Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to make the Enigma bracelet using 2 pins on the rainbow loom. This is an original hook only bracelet that I do have a tutorial for on my channel from many years ago, but the original designer is Loomy Mama. She unfortunately does not loom anymore, but she's very talented and I love this design of hers. So you'll need about 144 bands depending on your wrist size. The breakdown is 98 of the white. And you'll need 46 total of the middle color here. And then you just divide the 46 by the number of colors you're using. Today I will be using 3. So for this bracelet you will need a double-ended hook and 1 C-clip. So let's get that stuck together and we can get started. To make this bracelet we're going to be working with the 2 pins in the front of the rainbow loom. So make sure the openings are facing yourself. And you can remove that middle bar pin. We won't be using it. I'm just going to ignore mine, but I will leave it there. So we're going to start by grabbing the border color, which is the white bands on here. And I'm going to be using neon green. We're going to start by twisting the first one on like a figure 8. And then we're going to lay 2 more of the same color right on top, going straight across. So as always with the converted designs, once the actual pattern starts, I will let you know. So the first thing we're going to do is loop on the left side and we're going to bring the bottom band up. We're going to push it down. We're going to grab another band, stretch that straight across. And again, we will loop the bottom band on the left pin. We're now going to transfer the top 2 bands from the right pin over to the left, one at a time. Push it down, and now we are going to lay one of the green ones for the right side, and we're going to loop the very bottom band on the right pin. We will do that one more time. So stretch your last green across, and bring up the bottom band on the right pin. I'm going to push that down some. I'm going to grab just the top band from the left pin and bring it over to the right. And we're not going to bring the next one. We're going to grab the second band on the left pin. We're going to grab that and cross it over and bring that over to the right pin. So we are still not at the start of the actual pattern, but this is the start of the next section. So this is where we are going to grab our first center color, which is the green on here. I'm going to be starting with pink. And if I didn't say this already, I'm going to be alternating between 3 colors because it's the easiest to teach. With the Loom version 2 can get a little tricky. So I'm going to use 3 colors, but we're going to first start by stretching the pink straight across. On the left pin, we're going to be grabbing the second and third band and looping them up. I do grab the second and third at the same time. We're now going to grab the top band from the left and bring it over to the right. We're going to grab another border color, which is my green, stretch that straight across. We're going to bring up the bottom band on the left pin. We're now going to grab the top band from the right and bring it over to the left. We're going to do that again with the pink, bringing it from the right to the left. Now we need to reattach the band, one of the bands that sit in the center. It's going to be the band that sits closest to the right pin right here. We're going to stretch it over to the left pin and we're going to reconnect that on. Push it down some so we have some room. And we're now going to grab the top band from the right and bring it over to the left, like so. So now we need to grab a pink band and we're going to do the same thing that we just did on the left, but we're going to be looping on the right this time. So I'll stretch my pink across. We're going to grab the second and third band on the right pin and loop them up. We're going to grab the top band from the right and bring it over to the left. Push it down some. These will get squished, just keep pushing them down. We're going to grab a border band and stretch it across. And we're going to loop the bottom band on the right. We're going to bring that top band from the left and bring it over to the right. And do the same with the pink one. or whatever you have on top now. Bring that over. Now we need to reattach the band that's sitting in the middle, but that's closest to the left pin now, which is this one right here. We're going to bring it over to the right pin and reattach it. Now we're going to come over to the left pin, and we're not going to grab the top pink one. We're going to grab the second band, which is also pink. We're going to just bring it up and over that pink band and over that pin, and we're going to stretch it over and attach it like so. So I know it looks a little weird because I have it squished, so I'm just trying to make it look even so you can see that both pins are now even. And we are ready to start the next section. So we're going to start by grabbing our red band, and this is where the pattern starts, by the way. We're going to grab our red band, stretch that across. We're going to bring up the second and third band, which is going to be, I'm blurring the video, which is going to be my pink and my green. So second and third, which is these two, bring those up. Now we need to do a stitch that we haven't done yet, which is an inverted stitch. So we're going to go inside the second band, grab a hold of the third one, and bring it up. Like that. Push these down on the right side so we have room. I smush it down really good. We're going to grab the top band from the left, bring it over to the right, and do that again. Grab the pink and bring it over. Grab a border band, stretch that straight across. We're going to bring the bottom band up on the left pin. Now we need to come over to the right pin and loop up the second band down, which is this pink one, and loop it up. Grab the top band from the right and bring it to the left. Push that down, grab the top one from the right and bring it to the left again. So we have to reattach one of the middle bands now, and this time there's 3. So we're going to be grabbing the band that is closest to the right, but sometimes depending on the bands you use, this one might like kind of hang over. So always look in the front here to see which one is sitting closest to the right. Like you can see my green is right there and my pink is coming from right there. So make sure you're grabbing whichever one is closest to the right pin, stretch it to the left and reattach. Push that down some. We're going to grab the top band on the right and bring it to the left. And now we are going to lay another red and start doing the right side looping. So I'm going to stretch that across. We're going to loop up the second and third band on the right pin only. So these two right here. Now we're going to do the inverted stitch. So we need to go inside the second band and grab the third. And loop it up. We're now going to grab the top band from the right and bring it over to the left. Push it down. Do that again. Grab the top band from the right and bring it to the left. Now we need to grab a border band. We're going to bring the bottom band up on the right. And we're going to bring up the second band on the left pin. So that will be my pink. Like so. We need to do some rearranging, so we're going to grab the top band from the left and bring it to the right. We'll do that again, grabbing the top band from the left and bringing it to the right. We need to reattach one of the middle bands now, and this time we need to grab the band that's closest to the left pin. So remember, you can also look right here at the front of the loom. Whatever is closest to the left pin is what you're grabbing, so that's my pink. We're going to stretch it to the right and reconnect it on. After we do that, we're going to grab the second band from the left pin, which is my red here, and we're going to stretch it over to the right and reconnect it. And by doing that step, it gets us ready for our next section. So we are ready to move on to our next color. So we are going to grab our third color now and start the next pattern, or the next section rather. So I'm going to grab my orange, lay that straight across. We're going to loop the second and third band on the left pin. And that's going to be my red and my pink right here. Bring them up. We're going to do the inverted stitch. So we're going to go on the left pin, we're going to go inside the second band, grab the third, and loop that up. We're going to do some rearranging. So we're going to grab the top two the top two bands from the left pin and bring them over to the right. But I think it's safer to do it one at a time. So I do it like that. Then we grab a border and we loop the bottom band on the left pin. And we grab the second band on the right pin. And I should have rethought the colors I was using because this red and orange is definitely blending. So grab the second band on the right and bring it up. So now we're going to grab the top band from the right and bring it back to the left. We'll do that again, grabbing the top from the right and bringing it to the left. We need to reattach the band that is closest to the right pin. You can see that mine actually flopped over the opposite way. So I can tell that it's flopping over there. But hopefully you guys can tell that this band right here is what is closest to the right pin. And that is what needs to be reattached to the left side, like so. We're going to grab the top band from the right pin and bring it to the left. And now we are ready to add another orange on and do the looping on the right side. So put on your orange. We're going to grab the second and third band on the right pin. We're going to do an inverted stitch on the right pin. So we're going to go inside the second band and grab the third. Bring that up. We're going to take the top two from the right and temporarily move them to the left. But I like to do it one at a time, like so. We're going to grab a border band. We're going to loop up the bottom band on the right pin and the second band on the left pin. We're going to move these bands back, so I'm going to grab the top band from the left and bring it to the right. And do that again, grabbing the top from the left and bringing it to the right. We now need to attach the band that's closest to the left pin, which is my red. And you're going to bring it over and connect it to the right. And the last step of this section is to grab the second band on the left pin and bring it over to the right. And now we are at the beginning of the section. So we're ready to start that all over again. And now we're ready to go back to pink. So I'm going to go through this one more time and then I'll give you guys a timestamp. So we're going to stretch that straight across. We're going to loop the second and third band on the left pin. We're going to do the inverted stitch. So we'll go inside the second band and grab the third. We're going to move the top two bands from the left pin over to the right, one at a time. We're going to grab our border band and stretch that straight across. That band felt stretched out. We're going to loop up the bottom band on the left pin and the second band on the right pin. So now we're going to be bringing the top two bands from the right pin over to the left, one at a time. And now this time we're going to grab the band that is closest to the right pin and attach it to the left. So you can see that my red is crossing over, but if I look down here, I can see the order of those three, and I need to grab the orange one because that's the one closest to the right pin. So always make sure of that. It's important. So I'm going to reattach that onto the left pin. And now we need to grab the top band from the right and bring it to the left. So we're going to do all of that again, grabbing another pink band, but this time we're going to be looping on the right pins. So, or mainly on the right pin. So stretch that across. We're going to loop up the second and third band on the right pin. We're going to go inside the second band and grab the third. So what we're doing is an inverted stitch. Sorry, I don't know why it keeps blurring out. We're going to grab the top band from the right, bring it to the left. And do that again. Grab the top from the right and bring it to the left. I'm going to grab a border band. Stretch that across. Bring up the bottom band on the right. And the second band on the left. We need to bring these bands back. So I'm going to grab the top two from the left and bring them over to the right, one at a time. And now I need to grab the band that is closest to the left pin and reattach it. But I can't really tell from the top, so I need to look down in here and see if that, yeah, that orange is supposed to be sitting in front of it. You can see that. See how the red is coming from down here in the middle? That's where you have to kind of look. So I'm going to grab that band and bring it to the right. And to finish off this section, we're going to grab the second band from the left and bring it to the right. Like so. And that is the end of that section. We are ready to start that all over again. So I'm going to place a timestamp right here, and that is so that you guys can rewind the video and go back to that. Our looms will look the same, and you will just continue on watching that video, and you will loom along with me. That way you don't have to memorize anything. So every time you reach the timestamp, you just rewind it back to it. We'll be at the same place again, and you just keep following along. Keep doing that until your bracelet is long enough to fit your wrist, at which time we will close it up together. So once your bracelet is long enough and we're ready to close, we're going to grab one more border band, which is my green, and we are going to loop up the second and third band on the left pin. We're going to come back to that pin and we're going to do an inverted stitch going inside the second and grabbing the third band. But we're going to bring this third band over to the right pin for a minute. So just sit that there. Come back over to the left pin and loop up the second band down, like so. And then on the left pin, we're going to grab the very bottom band and loop that up. We're going to come back to the right pin. We're going to grab this band that we sat there and we're going to bring it over to the left. Push that down and grab the top band on the right and also bring that over to the left. So now we're going to do that same process, but for the right side. So we're going to grab another green band. And on the right pin, we are going to loop up the second and third band. And then we're going to go inside the second band and grab a hold of the third. And we're going to bring that over to the left pin for a minute. Push that down so you have some room. We're going to loop up the second band on the right pin. And the bottom band on the right pin. And now we need to bring the top two bands from the left back over to the right. Like so. We're going to grab one more border band, stretch that straight across. We're going to bring up the second and third band on both pins. And now we need to grab the bottom band on both pins. I like to pull on it a little bit after I do that. And now we'll come back and we will grab the bottom band again on both pins. And we have to do it that way so that the sides are fishtailed. So I like to pull it together, and then what we're just going to do, your bracelet's going to be much longer, is bring both ends together, and that's where we will attach our C-clip. So I'm not going to attach a C-clip onto this because it's super duper little, but with your bracelet, I do recommend that you stretch it up and down, and I do even go this way sometimes, just in case the band's crossing any which way, and then I go up and down just to help it. But that's it. That is how you create the Enigma bracelet using 2 pins on the rainbow loom. Remember, this is an original hook design created by Loomy Mama. I just converted it to the loom, but she gets all the credits for this gorgeous design. If you want to see the old version of my hook design, you can find that on my YouTube channel. It's just a very old video. I do have another way of making it using a double-ended hook, but it is a little bit tricky. If anyone wants to see that, let me know. But other than that, you guys, that will be it for today. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon at my next video. Thank you so much. Bye.